These are the celebrities banned from Ferrari.
Probably gonna want to buckle up, Jack. This thing moves.
First up, we got my boy JB. With the situation dating back in 2016, after a night filled with poppin bottles with foreign models, JB let the valet in charge of parking his modified 458. Big mistake! Rumours started circulating about his little adventure that night. And if there's one thing Ferrari hates, it's bad publicity.
A man with priorities so far out of whack doesn't deserve such a fine automobile.
But what made the situation even worse was how Ferrari saw JB's lack of respect for the brand. I mean, it literally took his assistant 3 weeks to track his car down. Literally parked in a garage only a couple blocks away. Now, I don't know if dude was smoking rocks at the time, but this ultimately resulted in a lifetime ban from JB ever being able to buy a Ferrari directly from the dealership. Damn, man. But I honestly don't know what's worse, that or Ferrari discontinuing their association with anybody with the last name Kardashian. Shortly after getting hitched to my boy Chris Humphries, she heard a knock at the door and went to see who it was. To her surprise, Kim received a mysterious delivery. A 345,000 white Ferrari with a vibrant red bow on the dash from an anonymous Malaysian businessman. Now, I don't know if this was some kind of prank, but whoever this mysterious dude was gave Kim full ownership of this prancing horse. But what she didn't know at the time was that wedding gift was stolen. Let me explain. Ferrari cares deeply about who they let purchase their cars. Public image is everything to them. And when they heard that the man involved in giving Kim that car, they had to investigate. And what the FBI found was heartbreaking. As it turns out, the man who bought the car used funds that were stolen from an entire country, instantly putting a target on his back from the DOJ, and ultimately resulting in getting the Queen of Clapback banned from ever purchasing a Ferrari ever again. Now, if you ask me, I don't think you can really blame Kim on this one, dog. But regardless, this next celebrity literally purchased a Ferrari and then never got a chance to drive it off the lot. It all started back when my boy 50 decided to take himself car shopping.
Like that right now, but I'll get back and I'll move it around.
For literally the third day in a row. And let's be honest, he could afford just about any supercar he wanted. But he chose a Ferrari. Because growing up, looking through them magazines, he wanted nothing more than to get behind the wheel of a prancing horse. So when the time came when them checks hit his bank account, he took himself to the dealership, looking for something he could show off to finally show the world he was still popping. But that's when things got messy. Because once being handed the keys, plugging them into the ignition, there was zero noise. How could this happen? Well, as it turns out, Ferrari mistakenly gave my boy a Ferrari that contained a dead battery. Yeah, that's a big mistake on their part. But that's not how Ferrari saw it. Because when 50 took to Instagram, he let the world know that what he received was nothing more than a bag of rocks. This ultimately resulted in one of the most embarrassing moments in his career, with people snapping pictures clowning the dude for getting his car towed. We all know Ferrari, man. You really think they'd let a remark like that slide? Hell no! They refuse to let anybody, no matter what the status, talk to them any kind of way. Essentially robbing my boy 50 and then inking his name on Ferrari's naughty list of unworthy customers. Now, if that isn't typical mafia behaviour, I don't know what is. I mean, how could a car company as big as Ferrari literally blame a customer for something they had no involvement in? Yeah, that's ridiculous. But for this next celebrity, acting so out of pocket, Ferrari damn near had them publicly shamed. Because some would consider Blac Chyna has built her entire career of pulling ridiculous stunts and getting into unnecessary beef for clout.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Blac Chyna and welcome to my Woodland Hills.
But if there's another thing Ferrari hates more, it's when you intentionally make the company look basic. See? With Blac Chyna flexing on the gram, posting up with designer bags, jewellery and numerous celebrities, she knew she had to keep them dollars coming in, and with no whips on her feed, she knew she had to level up. And so she did!
Oh my.
Posting up pics of 2 custom Ferraris. A California wrapped in bright pink, alongside a 488 with bright red wheels. And once Ferrari saw this, they had to draw the line. Because if you know anything about Ferrari, they hate it when you mess with a car's exterior. Especially when you make this entire brand seem like they actually sell this kind of trash. Just look at this. Literally looks like ass! But that wasn't the only issue they had. It was the fact she didn't buy directly from them. Damn Ferrari, now that's petty. So of course Ferrari hit her with a lifetime ban, stripping her ability to ever walk into a dealership again to try and right her wrongs. But what this next celebrity did goes against everything Ferrari stands for. Now we all know when it comes to Floyd Mayweather, he has just about any supercar you can imagine. Bugattis, Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis. But this ban wasn't due to a lack of affordability. It's largely due to the fact that Floyd has a tendency to show off his Ferraris, to only months later selling them for his own benefit. And if you didn't know, Ferraris have a zero tolerance policy that if you sell their car, they will literally ban you. Ferrari wants whoever purchases their cars to understand the value and the hard work put into them. And to know that what you've purchased is not only a piece of craftsmanship, but a piece of automobile history. And once Ferrari saw that Floyd's heart wasn't in the right place, they instantly added his name to the list as an unworthy celebrity, nearly forcing a lifetime ban. But this next celebrity should have reached out to the champ on this one, because what they did literally got his horse repossessed. See? What Ferrari didn't know at the time was that Tiger was notorious for buying multiple exotics at a time and then not paying off the leases. This right here was a big mistake. Because once them bills started piling up and checks stopped coming into Ferrari's bank account, they sent my boy Joe to forcefully repossess it, while the dude was out shopping for new designer fits. But if you think you stop there, you're smoking rocks. Because they took things even further when Tiger still refused to pay. So they slapped him with a lawsuit, leaving Tiger with only 2 options: pay them bills or face years locked in a penitentiary, ultimately forcing the money out of his pockets. Damn, I thought my life was hard. But this next celebrity got banned literally over a meme. Now we've all seen celebrities drop millions on customization. Chrome gold, cotton candy paint jobs, and even Supreme Louis V for Lab. But deadmau5, he's built different. See? It all started with a simple Instagram post, where deadmau5 started flexing on the gram, flashing this. Dude literally had his Rari wrapped in a Nyan cat all around his 458 Italia. Self-proclaiming it as the Ferrari. Now that's cold. Dude's actually insane for that. But it wasn't just the wrapping that had Ferrari executives fuming. It was the fact that deadmau5 literally went out of his way to replace Ferrari's iconic prancing horse, in exchange for a furry feline. Just look at this. Yeah, dude's out of pocket for that. And it got him sued. Within minutes, Ferrari had their lawyers filing cease and desist letters, flooding dude's inbox. accusing him of trademark infringement. Now for us simpletons, this will be enough to scare most of us. But if you know anything about Deadmau5, it's that he has to have the last word. Just look at this tweet. But this time, this wasn't a battle he was gonna win. With millions of fans waiting on new music, a case like this would lead to nothing more than holding back his career for years. And he simply wasn't willing to risk letting down the ones who made him. Instantly forcing himself to bend the knee to Ferrari by completely unlisting the car for sale on Craigslist. But I don't know what's crazier, ending up on Ferrari's naughty list, or you, yeah you, clicking this video right here.